Alexander Yakovlev. Alexander Yakovlev was a famous Russian neoclassicist, painter, designer, etcher and drawer. But what is particularly important here perhaps is the word neoclassicist, because for that painter born in St. Petersburg and who represents perfectly well, of course, that particular cultural atmosphere that originated in that city at the fin de siècle, an atmosphere responsible for such a flourishing creation period, which we know under the name of the Russian Silver Age. For that particular painter, the art of the Renaissance painters, of the masters of Renaissance, was a parting point, a point of reference. And through the whole period of his creativity, he sort of emulated the masters of Renaissance and trying to surpass them. And I must avow, to a very important degree, he succeeded in surpassing them in terms of technical versatility and virtuosity. But what makes Alexander Yakovlev so unique is that actually that almost alchemic mixture of that Renaissance strain in him and what one might term tribal approach, ethnographical, anthropological approach towards art. And well, as usual in our life, it was a bit of good luck for him, or mere chance, that in 1925, he participated at a very important event, the so-called Croisière Noire, a sort of expedition, sort of a safari, organized on a large scale by the French car manufacturer Citroën. There, Yakovlev participated in that expedition as a painter, and he brought back to France with him enormous collection of works of art that was a sort of revelation for the French public at that time, and overnight. It made Yakovlev famous, and he became quite a fashionable painter at that time. So he found his theme, a constant source of inspiration for him, and this is precisely that magic art of Renaissance artists that he mastered so well. I'd like to point out to you that being in St. Petersburg, living in St. Petersburg in his younger days with his fellow painter and a good friend of his, by the way, Vasily Turkaev, he established sort of a little coterie, sort of artistic movement called St. Luke's Guild of Painters. So again, a sort of a reference to the great masters of Renaissance. And getting back to Yakovlev, to the Yakovlev of France of the 1920s, 1930s, the epoch of the prime epoch, the apogee of his creative energy and force and output, he applied his skills, his wonderful mastery, to that completely revolutionary for the art subject matter, which was that exotic world of sub-Saharan Africa. And so when famous French editors at that time, the Mornais, decided to publish a fashionable novel by an African-born French author, René Maran, called Batouala, they did not hesitate a single moment to come to Yakovlev and to suggest to him actually participate in that project as a drawer. And I must tell you that with all the experiences, with all those experiences he had acquired in the Citroën expedition in Africa, he was what the French would term à la hauteur de la tâche. He was at his right place, and the illustrations he produced to that book was a perfect masterpiece of that time. And once again, a good proof of his incredible artistic abilities. There is only one thing I would like to add, in particular about this copy of René Maran's book, is that this copy belongs to the first 10 copies, actually copy number 7 here, which were enriched, that contained not only a suite of complete drawings to this book, but also 8 original drawings by YAKOVLEV, pencil and paper. And those drawings, you can directly enjoy his art and decide for yourself about its artistic qualities by looking at those drawings, and I do hope you will enjoy them enormously.